Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening for wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. My name is Asam. I am a career switcher from customer service to cybersecurity. So I'm just going to jump right into this video. I'm going to be doing a series of videos on how to switch, or basically how I switched, and my advice to those who are trying to switch careers. In this regard, it will be from wherever background you have to cybersecurity, which is what I did. I had about 10 years worth of experience in customer service. I read linguistics and communication, yes. And I was able to switch from that to cybersecurity. I'm currently a cybersecurity engineer. Yeah, and I've been doing this for about over 2 years. Let's say my journey started in 2020 December, and here I am today, and I'm doing well, even though I say so myself. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at the notes I wrote down so I'm not everywhere. We'll have like a 1, 2, 3, probably like a 5-part video or a 6-part video. I'm going to break it down, but I want this video to be very short and straight to the point. I know we have a lot of content out there talking about how to switch, do this, do that. I am speaking from my own experience, like the things I learned, the things I did, the things I wish I had done, or things I wish I did not do, just so you can take a leaf from my experience and design your own path. That's what I can say. Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to advise is, before you say you want to go into cybersecurity, please do your research. That's number one. I've had few people, I won't say few, quite a number of people reach out to me. They don't want to switch, and the first question I ask them is why. Because without that why, trust me, you would like they say, you will fall by the wayside. If you don't have a strong reason or a strong conviction why you want to switch, it doesn't necessarily have to be something great. Why did I switch? I wanted to be relevant. I wanted a career that I would always be needed. Redundancy is pretty slim. And I had gotten to a point in customer service that it felt like, okay, so what next? Like, I'd gotten here, like, so what next? I didn't see anything that would, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that's where it was for me with customer service. So do your research. Why do you want to switch? The reason I'm saying this is because along the line, you will get frustrated. I'm not even going to sugarcoat what I'm going to tell you. You will hit a lot of roadblocks. You will hit a lot of situations where you are just like, what the heck? But if you have that conviction, if your why is driving you, it's easy. My why was, like I said, I wanted to be relevant, and of course I wanted to earn good money. Money could be your motivation. There's no crime. We all need money. Who is going to say it's passion? Well, maybe there's passion. Maybe there's a part of passion, but money is important. Relevance is important. And I also love the fact that you're constantly reading, like you're constantly updating yourself. You know what's out there. Before I switched careers, I didn't know anything about, so like I was clueless about computers generally. Remember, I read linguistics. I didn't know anything about computers. But now I won't say I know so much, but at least I know my way around. And if I'm stuck, there's Google. I didn't appreciate Google until I started switching, because I have to do a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of catching up. You understand? So do your research. Why do you want to switch? Your motivation. Then, apart from now doing your research on why you want to switch and having that motivation and that why in your back pocket, you also need to know the domains in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is very wide. Like, it is wide. When somebody tells to be a cybersecurity professional, I'm like, okay. It is wide. There are so many nitty-gritty, tiny bits and pieces. And focusing your mind on one path would help you stabilize. Usually when I advise people, I tell them that for the beginner, if you want to start, focus on analysis, which is a cybersecurity analyst. That's like the foundation. That will help you so much in your career. Looking back, that's one of the lessons I learned. Looking back, I wish I'd stayed more in the SOC. Like, SOC is called Security Operations Center. My first job was an MSSP, which is I know a lot of terms and terminologies. I know, but with time you'll get used to it. It's called a Managed Security Service Provider. So these are companies that handle cybersecurity for other companies. But I don't know how to explain this. So because that they call them like first responders. So I wish I'd stayed in the SOC, in the first responder role longer, because now I'm in engineering role and I encounter things that knowledge would have helped me. Yeah, so that's that. So research your domains. You have GRC. GRC, they say, is a non-technical part of it, but it's non-technical. I also advise people that get some technical skills, because even if you're going to work in GRC is governance, risk, and compliance. If they're going to be working in the compliance, you want somebody to be compliant. What are they going to be compliant for? You need to know your systems. You need to know terminologies. You need to know your environment. You need to know all these things. So don't just say, I want to run into GRC because it's not technical. If you can touch the technical briefly for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, you would do well. You would do better in the GRC role. My opinion. Remember, I said everything here is me. When I first wanted to join, I want to go into GRC because I thought, it's non-technical. I don't have a technical background. Let me go there. I went there, I stayed in Jersey for a bit, and I'm like, do I really want to stay here? Because I'm actually loving the technical part of it. Like, I think then was the fact that I wasn't sure, because I didn't have a background in computer science or IT, so I was apprehensive. But now, looking back, I'm like, trust me, it's not biggie. Cybersecurity is not a big deal. Just have the intuition to research, to read, be smart, think on your feet. It's just, I don't know how to put it. So research your domains. No, research your why. Research the domains. We want a channel. We have application security. We have the blue teamers, the red teamers. You have pen testing. That's always a buzzword. Everybody wants to become an ethical hacker, pen tester. Shall do your research. Don't go with what seems sexy. Like lack of a better word, don't go in because everybody's going there, you go there. No, do your research. Do you think it's something you can work on, you can thrive in? Yeah. And what else? You have different things. You have DFIR. What's DFIR? I know IR is incident response. What's DF? Digital forensics and incident response. That's another area. So there's so many areas in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity does not necessarily require you to learn programming languages like all them Python and what they call them React and all those things. Like I said, not necessarily. If you want to deep dive into maybe like malware analysis, want to deep dive into probably scripting, then you would need these. But it's not hard and fast. I know a lot of people have told me I don't want to go to cybersecurity because I don't know how to code. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know how to code. I have no idea what coding is all about. I just tried learning Python in 2022, towards the tail end of 2022. I tried learning Python. It was pretty interesting. So I wasn't learning because I want to go and code. I was learning because I want to. When I see JSON, I'm trying to understand JSON language and all. China language, you call it. I can't remember. Yeah, but I want to be able to understand stuff. Pick up because of my role as an engineer. You can be an analyst and not know how to do Python, and it's completely fine. You will thrive, honestly. So yeah. Then what else? So you don't really need. You can do that over time. Just do it at your own leisure time to just learn it for learning's sake, but not necessarily for the role. Then the last point that I have here is just know basic computer. Just basic computer. What is I don't even know these things again. You know, when you're in front of camera, that's anything is flying off your head. Yeah, but just basics. You can take. My next video is going to talk about courses, so I won't touch that now. So when I talk about courses, then I will mention the courses that I think you can take to just help you get started along this journey. But yeah, for this first video, this is just basically, this video is talking about research. Do your research on your why, because you would meet a lot of challenges. Getting your first job is going to be hard. That's why you need your why. I can assure you it's going to be. I will share my story, my full story, one day. Probably at the end of this series, I'll just share my full story. Getting your first job is going to be really hard. It's going to be very frustrating. You will get, at that point, that's when getting your first job is the point where you get discouraged. Like, did I make a mistake? It happened to me. And I know that it most likely might happen to you. So know your why. Hold on to that why. Hold on to it tight. Because when the days get really dark and you're not sure what you're doing with this whole career switch, you need that why. Research your domains. You can just type Google domains. One piece of advice that I give when it comes to researching for cybersecurity, it can get pretty overwhelming in the sense that there's so much information out there. It happened to me. There's so much information out there. I'm currently helping someone switch careers now, and he came back to me like he read this. I just told him, see, anything you're researching out there, forget it. See what I'm telling you, stick to it, because everybody is coming out as an authority. Me, I'm not coming out as an authority. I'm coming out of, this is what I've been through. This is what I've lived through. I've lived through this. I've been through this. This is the path I passed through. So I'm basically sharing my experience with you. I know about all our journeys, our destinations are different, our journeys are different, but at least the fact that somebody can hold your hand, that has been there. I'm not offering lip service. I didn't read computer science, so that's where I'm coming from. Non-technical background, like none whatsoever. I was even afraid to touch computers back then. Like, if my system has one issue, I'm hyperventilating. Oh, what happened? Oh, something happened. But now I'm pretty confident, and that's one thing about cybersecurity. It gives you some level of confidence when it comes to IT and techie stuff. Yeah. So forget about all the noise, drown all the noise, and just have laser sharp focus on one thing. If you listen to everybody, because like I said, everybody now is an authority on how to switch careers in cybersecurity. If you listen to everybody, you get confused, you get overwhelmed, and that overwhelming feeling can lead to frustration, and can lead to self-doubt, and can lead to imposter syndrome. Because I'm sure, in case you don't know what imposter syndrome is, you can just Google it. Because if you keep second guessing yourself, you will never feel prepared. You'll never feel ready that I can go out. So even when you've done all the courses, you've taken the exams, you have the knowledge, you will continue to second guess yourself, which will affect your confidence. So even when you go into an interview, cybersecurity interviews is not majorly what you know, it's how confident you are. Bonus points. I'm not saying go and bobo them, no. I'm saying be confident in yourself. Be confident in what you have learned, and project that confidence and show them that, yes, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to push, I'm willing to grow. This is what I have done. That's all they need, because anybody can learn cybersecurity. To be honest, it's not rocket science. Anybody can learn it. So I'll stop here today. This video is getting really long, and the next video I'm going to talk about courses, the courses you should take to get started, the courses I took, and ones you should take to get started. Yeah, see you next video. Bye.